Dr. Umar Johnson has been surrounded by controversy ever since he crowned himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism, a title tied to a movement dedicated to confronting deep-rooted problems in the Black community and presenting bold solutions rooted in cultural pride and self-empowerment. This vision wasn't just activism, it was a promise of transformation, a mission to reshape the future through education, discipline, and Black leadership. But as his voice grew louder, so did the questions, the critics, and the chaos surrounding his legacy.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics before the punani.
But what began as a source of inspiration for the Black community quickly transformed into one of the most polarizing and controversial movements online. Once praised as uplifting, it soon became a social media battleground, dividing audiences, sparking debate, and igniting non-stop conflict.
Media.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro.
Although Dr. Umar's bold rhetoric has captivated thousands, it doesn't erase the long trail of questionable fundraising tactics, hostile attacks on anyone who challenged his methods, and the most damaging issue of all, a legacy built on promises that never materialized.
Imagine a school where children don't have to be suspended. Imagine a school where your child never gets expelled. Imagine a school where your child never gets misdiagnosed and put in special education. Imagine a school where you don't have to worry about the teachers trying to force you to put your son or daughter on dangerous psychiatric medication.
Dr. Umar's chaos grew so massive that it sparked real investigations, turned him into a nonstop meme factory, and even inspired entire blogs dedicated to uncovering his alleged scams and exposing his controversial behavior. The story traces back to 2013, when St. Paul's College was collapsing, a school that had spent decades uplifting Black students and producing icons like NFL star Darryl Green. Dr. Umar, already known for championing Black education, saw an opportunity to expand his legacy. But here's where the plot twist comes in. Instead of helping save the institution, he attempted to buy the entire campus and rebuild it in his own image.
Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy and elated to report to you today that we have found the location for the very first FDMG Academy, the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence.
After negotiating with the school, administrators agreed to sell the campus for $3 million, with a $150,000 down payment required to lock it in. But Dr. Umar didn't have that kind of cash on hand, and with only a few months to secure the money, he turned to a strategy that would completely redefine his career and spark a new era of controversial fundraising.
Forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, community stakeholders of the African race, I implore you, I beg you, I summon you, and I petition you to donate to this cause. Donate to this fundraiser. Let us show the world that we care enough about our children and enough about our history and enough about our ancestors to keep St. Paul's College in the hands of the African American community and in the hands of Dr. Umar Johnson and in the interests of African children.
Before this, Dr. Umar was respected for highlighting the struggles Black children face in the American school system. He even authored entire books offering solutions for Black parents to navigate these challenges. Back then, it seemed less about personal gain and more about his genuine passion for the community. But as he launched plans for his new school, a very different side of Dr. Umar began to emerge. Within just 30 days, nearly $150,000 had been raised, a promising start for his ambitious vision. Yet, after 6 months, Dr. Umar's reaction made it clear how he truly viewed the donation so far.
so far.
So far, we raised $250,000. I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people.
Well, that
Though
seemed like
it
a
came
simple...
off as a casual joke at the moment, it revealed a lot about Dr. Umar's mindset. In his eyes, his ambitious vision for the school was worth far more than the $250,000 raised over 6 months.
6 months.
But y'all sure call me up when the school's messing with your son. Did you make a donation to my school? Oh, not yet. Bye. Click. That's the new Umar. You want some help with your son? Did I get a donation? Now I want to hear that. Mail the donation, then you call me back, and then I'll help you with your son. But you're not going to use me to fight white folks when your son shouldn't even have to put up with them in the first place.
Over the
next
decade,
decade, Dr. Umar made countless appearances on podcasts and TV shows, constantly promoting his school project and rallying more funds. While the exact total of donations remains unclear, reports suggest the amount has grown into a significant sum. Yet, despite years of fundraising, concrete updates on the school's progress have been scarce. All the public has seen are brief glimpses, a video hinting at the HVAC system, and another from 2024 showing some painting being done at the site.
We having an HVAC party today. We having an HVAC party today, brothers and sisters. I said we having an HVAC party. HVAC. Do you know what an HVAC party is? Heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Oh yes, brothers and sisters. I want to say thank you to all you who came out this past weekend and helped us out. We had a beautiful time Saturday and Sunday getting the school ready for our young men.
it's obvious
Clearly, these minor updates hardly justify the millions of dollars contributed by everyday black donors. What made things even more bizarre was that whenever Dr. Umar was asked about the school's progress, his responses would completely spiral, often coming across as overly defensive and evasive.
or more.
In the meantime, you need to hit the Cash App, $FDMG school. We're getting close to the finish line.
But
And then,
after
without missing a beat, Dr. Umar would turn around and call for even more donations, pushing his supporters to fund his ambitious vision.
very defensive.
One, what did you do with the money? That is the silliest question I've ever been asked. What did you do with the money? Well, I think you can see what I did with the money. We got 4 buildings. I think you can see what I did with the money.
And then
Eventually, the veil began to lift for many, and serious questions emerged. Was Dr. Umar truly using the donated funds to build the promised school? Yet, despite growing skepticism, a loyal segment of his followers clung to hope, still believing in his promises and the vision of the academy's
his
development.
promises.
The school will then be opened for the fall of 2021?
No, sir. We're looking to open up the school the fall of 2022. If we are fortunate enough to conclude renovations on the Marcus Garvey building and Nat Turner Gymnasium this summer, we look to open up the school next summer. So that would give us 12 months of leeway to comfortably make sure we have everything in place to receive our young men, not this coming fall, but the following fall of 2022.
Meanwhile, a large portion of the black community had labeled him a total fraud, a scam artist. Yet, on July 26th, 2025, the story took a shocking and completely unexpected twist.
Turn.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th, only to discover that I could not log into my account.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, hold on, because the situation was about to spiral into something even more outrageous.
So then I called the bank, and the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity.
While this might not
technically
be
possible, considering the growing doubts about the so-called academy he claimed to be building, it mostly sounded like a weak excuse. I mean, how do you explain calling a bank about a frozen account, and the first question being whether it was locked because of fraudulent activity on your end? definitely raises red flags. Instead of showing any proof of this conversation to make his story credible, Dr. Umar chose to dig in and double down, fueling even more suspicion.
Down.
So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
Asking for more
Requesting
donations.
more donations amid all this scandal was absolutely shocking. But playing devil's advocate for a moment, Dr. Umar claimed the alleged fraud on his accounts might have been connected to his ex-girlfriend, Medea, who had publicly exposed his financial struggles, or even some mysterious figure named Pastor Boo.
Darker.
It seems like Dr. Umar is trying to set up for him to say, yo, they stole the money, bro.
This becomes
Almost instantly, many suspected it was just a clever ruse, designed to hide something far more sinister beneath the
Pastor
surface.
Boosie.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account, and if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense.
But
It gets
immediately,
even messier when you realize he rushed online to broadcast the issue publicly rather than dealing with it privately and responsibly.
private.
Trust me, Dr. Umar, somebody charged $18,000 on my credit card like a couple months ago. I didn't go online to go tell everybody about it. I called my bank, I filed a dispute, they handled it, and then within 60 days, actually they accredited me back like immediately, but in 60 days they sent me a letter and they said, motherfucker, yes, niggas tried it, but they didn't win. You got your money back. No harm, no foul. Dr. Umar, why are you online telling people you broke and you need come on, Dr. Umar? Dr. Umar, bro!
By
At this
this point, people were starting to suspect that Dr. Umar might be pulling off some serious schemes, potentially landing himself behind bars. The truth about the school's actual progress remained shrouded in mystery, making it easy to see thousands of donors as unwitting victims trapped in Dr. Umar's tangled web of deception. Speaking of victims, it's worth highlighting a few of the individuals who have felt the full impact of his controversial actions over the years, starting with someone who can no longer defend himself. In an Instagram live session back in May 2021, Dr. Umar appeared to take pointed shots at the late relationship expert Kevin Samuels.
YouTube life coaches who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad.
Although the black activists didn't openly confront Kevin Samuels, it didn't take long for Kevin to fire back with an indirect response, taking the opportunity to mock Dr. Umar in his signature sharp style.
Dr. Umar.
Talk to us more like Umar, the Prince of Pan-African. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother Garland, Cocoa Butter, and
Even after being trolled relentlessly, Dr. Umar held his ground, claiming he wasn't targeting Kevin Samuels specifically, while casually dismissing him as completely clueless.
Even after getting trolled, Dr. Umar stood his ground, insisting that he wasn't referring to Kevin specifically, further dismissing him as flat out dumb.
Comments were not particularly directed to that gentleman. I make it a point, when at all possible, to not respond to individuals whose intellectual competence I consider to be far below my own.
Following the exchange, Kevin Samuels appeared to step back during an interview with DJ Vlad, clarifying that he held no personal issues with Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar.
so I guess that probably got shown to him and taken out of context. I can see how it kind of been insulting. And my point of making that reference was not to say he's a bad person.
Yeah, well,
While Dr. Umar's clashes with Kevin Samuels were relatively mild, there's one figure he never shied away from attacking: former U.S. President Barack Obama. Over the years, Dr. Umar has made it his personal crusade to call out Obama, often in a way that comes across as blatantly disrespectful.
Barack Obama was a flunky, he was a functionary, he was a stool pigeon, and he was a puppet, and yes, he was a coon.
However, his attack.
Dr. Umar's attacks went far beyond simple name-calling. He consistently painted Obama as the mastermind behind what he calls today's woke agenda, especially targeting the influence of LGBTQ issues within the Black community.
The reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the Black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
You could only normalize that through a blackface.
Well,
While much of this wasn't entirely accurate, it was enough to ignite a firestorm online, with people echoing his claims across social media. Dr. Umar didn't stop there. He went on to label Barack Obama as a poor role model for Black children, seemingly trying to undermine the legacy of a man who rose to the nation's highest office and served with distinction for 8 years. This pattern of diminishing others' accomplishments has been a consistent part of his rhetoric, sparing no one, including one of the greatest rappers of all time, Eminem, aka Slim Shady. In a heated Breakfast Club interview, Dr. Umar openly claimed that the rapper's success and respect in the music industry were not due to talent or hard work, but rather his race.
hard work.
Eminem.
Yes.
Can't be the GOAT because he's white, is what you said.
Eminem cannot be the GOAT because he's white. First of all, my perspective on this issue is not about Eminem. I got to make this clear.
Dr. Umar argued that rap is deeply rooted in Black culture, so labeling a white artist as the best automatically reinforces white supremacy, in his view. He insists that this perspective doesn't just apply to music. It's a mindset that stretches far beyond the rap industry, shaping how he critiques success across various fields.
No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every Black person.
On the surface, Dr. Umar comes across as a staunch defender of Black interests. But when it comes to his own family, the narrative shifts. Over the years, he's fathered children with multiple women, and despite building a reputation around advocating responsibility, especially within the Black community, you'd expect someone of his public stature to stay connected with his own kids. Yet, according to his daughter, Dr. Umar is frequently absent, leaving his family in the shadows of his public persona.
Nowhere to be found.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how Black kings need to be with Black women, but you're not even in your Black woman's daughter's life.
Being absent from his own daughter's life completely contradicts everything Dr. Umar publicly champions, earning him widespread criticism as a deadbeat and a hypocrite. He hasn't denied paternity. He knows who she is and who our mother is, but the perception remains. Deadbeat is deadbeat. For many, Dr. Umar's neglect of his own Black child is not just personal, it's a reflection on his public image. After the backlash from this video, he released a response claiming that the situation wasn't exactly as it appeared.
There's a lot of slander going on. There's a lot of lies being pushed out there. There's people trying to use my name to build themselves up. Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who?
After publicly attacking his own daughter online, he surprisingly extended an invitation for a proper face-to-face conversation.
Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this.
Dr. Umar
may not technically be a deadbeat dad, but merely providing financially while staying absent from his daughter's life wasn't enough to silence the critics, pushing the 50-year-old to threaten anyone who dared challenge him.
In his way.
I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the book of Negroes. As you see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business.
A glaringly hypocritical stance from a man who constantly inserts himself into everyone's affairs, especially viral black celebrities. Dr. Umar is no stranger to dishing out criticism, scrutinizing everything from who they date to how they spend their money and even how they choose to spend their time.
I'm so tired of black celebrities talking about how many kids they paid for to go to college, how many kids you paid for to go to college. All you're doing is pumping money back into the white power structure. When is the black celebrity going to start funding the black community?
He didn't stop there. Dr. Umar went on to single out prominent figures in the entertainment world, criticizing them as though they weren't doing enough with the massive wealth and influence they possessed.
Oprah, Beyonce, Tyler Perry, and Jay-Z, you are the Mount Rushmore of black celebrities right now today. I need you four to come together and give us a hospital, a bank, and a chain of supermarkets. I'm gonna say it again. Give us a hospital, a bank, a chain of supermarkets, and I need you to fund the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Dr. Umar's behavior reached peak absurdity, constantly demanding donations for himself while criticizing celebrities for not financially supporting the black community. Yet, he didn't stop there. He went on to publicly shame high-profile figures in the black community for being in interracial relationships, singling out none other than Shannon Sharpe, who was reportedly facing legal trouble over his involvement with a white woman.
Even crazier.
Black men don't date white women. They rent and lease them. And when the Snow Bunny is done being rented or leased, she takes half of your assets with her. We're talking about snow bunnies using gullible, goofy-ass black men as economic stimulus packages.
He would even go
a simple interracial relationship as some sort of contract is completely over the top. But claiming that every single white woman is out to steal your wealth, that takes delusion to a whole new level.
With a bunch of rich Negroes like the Shannon Sharps and Charles Barkleys and Tiger Woods and this UFC fighter, they're going up there to lease the bunny, and they sign the contract, but they don't read the contract.
Tagging
even went so far as to issue Bronny James an ultimatum, making it a condition just to secure his backing.
on your side.
They snow bunnied our brother Jonathan Majors. Those of you who know me know I absolutely do not condone bunny hopping. Black men have no business dating outside the race. Absolutely not. But be that as it may, an attack on one black man is an attack on all black men.
Right
the
now,
habit of criticizing black men for their dating decisions has become so relentless that even allies aren't spared from his
an
scrutiny.
ultimatum in order to earn his support.
Bronny James, drop the bunny and get you some chocolate honey. I can't cheer for you, my brother, if you're going against the black woman by dating and mating outside the community.
The pattern.
Whether you view him as a champion of black empowerment or a polarizing opportunist, the true impact of Dr. Umar's saga falls on the everyday people who trusted his vision. The real victims are the families who scraped together donations, hoping to make a difference for black children's education. Their dedication and commitment to uplifting black youth deserves acknowledgement and respect.